President Duterte on a Sunday summoning his top security officials to Malacanang. On top of the agenda, the plight of Filipinos in the Middle East amid increasing tensions between US and Iran.
Ang napag-usapan doon, ang instruction ni Presidente, inalerto niya yung lahat ng sandatang lakas, which means yung Air Force, saka yung ating Army, na yung lahat ng assets that can be utilized for the evacuation of our countrymen doon sa lugar ng may tensyon sa gitnang silangan, iihanda nila para at any time na merong open hostilities mag-escalate that will imperil the lives of our countrymen, i-evacuate natin ang ating mga kababayan.
There are more than 7,000 Filipinos in Iraq and Iran. The armed forces now reviewing its plans to deploy its assets to the Middle East.
We have had plans for this in the past, but it did not materialize. The nearest so far we can talk about was that repatriation of our fellow Filipinos from Malaysia, particularly in Borneo.
The AFP had previously prepared to deploy Navy ships to Libya, as the President had ordered in 2018 in response to the abduction of 3 Filipino overseas workers that year. That plan could now be used for the mass pullout of Filipinos in Iraq and Iran if and when the need arises. The Air Force says it can deploy its C-130 cargo plane, while the Navy landing docked vessels. But this could also mean the AFP stretching its resources too thinly, since its limited capabilities are now occupied addressing internal and external threats.
Right now, we are ready to deploy anytime when the indicator shows and the decision of the government for us to deploy, we will deploy immediately.
It should be worth the risk because of the fact that the Philippine government is mandated to assist our people abroad, diba?
The PNP also present in Sunday's palace meeting since it needs to monitor possible sympathy attacks for Iran.
There are also security concerns, no? Kasi siyempre merong sympathetic either by race or by ideology. No? So the PNP is profiling possible threats.
Security forces keeping an eye on U.S. interests in the country. The officials say no significant threat has so far been monitored. David Santos, CNN Philippines.